And welcome back to Ben's Rant Nation. I'm your host, Ben. I hope all of you had an outstanding new year. Getting into things, it has come to my attention that weirdo, stolen valor guy, Michiana's own Casey Hendrickson, has been constantly trying to gaslight his audience. You know, that audience that was gifted to him by Federated Media, by trying to convince them that he never committed stolen valor. Now, this is despite the previous two videos that I made on this topic, using his own words to show him committing stolen valor several times over. So don't believe your lying eyes. Trust Casey instead, because obviously he has nothing to gain by tricking his audience into making them believe that he's just some normal, conservative guy instead of a bottom feeder, embellishing on a non-existent military record in order to score patriot points for a global audience. Now, to put a final nail in his stolen valor coffin, let's re-examine this clip that I posted in the previous video about him.
And Benghazi happened. What happened in the reports, I was able to give you my expertise that I would have been involved in in how that strategy would have played out if I were in the military, because I would have been, or at least people in my MOS would have been a part of that operation.
According to his own words, Casey himself, along with others in his MOS, would have somehow been involved in the Benghazi rescue operation. Really? Are you serious? The Veterans podcast that he fraudulently participates in frequently. On the website of that podcast, he's listed as a U.S. Army infantryman. Now, I'm familiar with that MOS myself, since I retired from the Army under that same MOS. And I can tell you unequivocally that nobody from that MOS had a snowball's chance in hell of being sent to Benghazi for a rescue operation. Any veteran with a shred of operational experience or knowledge knows that that statement is bullshit. Not only that, but it's an insult to the intelligence of his audience. In case you've never been in the military and have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch the movie 13 Hours, which tells the story of what happened in Benghazi. Those operators who were sent to Benghazi were from the Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC. Their MOS is very clearly 18 series, not 11 series like Casey just lied to you about. He's counting on his audience to be too ignorant to know the difference, as he often does with many other topics. Unfortunately, he's just a sociopath who has little regard for the burning truth or his audience. Instead, Casey focuses on grifting, lies, and self-embellishment in order to gain more sponsors and influence at the expense of his audience, who he often misleads with his lies. It's safe to say that without Federated Media gifting Casey his entire audience, he'd be just another lowlife scraping by on the backs of others. That's all I got for right now. Stay informed, folks.